everyone, welcome back. I'm so happy you're here. And of course, I always say, I hope you have an amazing and inspiring day already so far. Of course, what we're going to use for today, we are going to use the smaller tumbler tile blocks. I have here my container with everything inside. You see already everything I need, but you can make your own container. I have here my wood glue, and of course you can use some hot glue, but always be careful that you don't burn yourself and that it doesn't break. I have here some paint, and you see already a little bit on the color. What we're going to do, maybe you can guess. I have here some saucer with an old piece of kitchen towel, which is wet, to wipe away the glue. And like I told you, we are going to make, it's maybe not everyone's cup of tea, I'm going to make a kind of a decor frog. So you call it a frog, but we call it kikker. So it's a much different word than you use it. So we say kikker. So, and you call it frog. So we will see, but of course I'm going to give my own twist on it. I hope you join me. So we are going to start building it up from the underside to the top side. And of course, we are going to start with 2 rows of 4 and 2 rows of 5. So we work our way up, but we do it in pieces because or else everything dries up and you don't get the nice connection you want. So again, 2 of 4. Now we're going to do 2 of 5. And we're going to place them next to each other, this way and this one. And now we're going to squeeze them from the inside to the outside, but always at the end, give it some pressure to the side to make sure that a lot of glue is coming out and sticking nicely to your blocks. And make sure that the blocks are not coming up. And this way, I'm going to wipe away the glue. This way, move fast to the side, place it straight up, clean up your mat and turn it over and do the back side. And again, you do the front side, do it fast, place it straight up, clean up your mat and do the back side. So you always keep a clean surface to work with. You do it over here. And don't worry, I don't do it every time with you. Don't worry about it. And this one. And we're going to turn also the back side. If we done that, always go back and make sure that you have a nice straight line if you do it the way that I do it. But if you have a carpenter square, you're totally fine. You just place it to the ending. So again, we're going to give this a couple of minutes. So what we're going to do, we are going to do the 2 pieces of 4. We are going to do some glue over here and we place it on top. We do here the same with the pieces of 5. We do some glue and we place this one on top. Place it straight up, give it some pressure, feel with the sides. You do here the same, place it straight up, feel on the sides and again, give it a little moment rest, not too long, maybe 1 minute or 2 minutes. So now we're going to get the 1 of 4, we place it down. We do some glue on the outside over here. And we place it straight up and we're going to glue this on the back side of the 1 of 5, exactly in the middle. So over here. And we're going to place it aside and we're going to let this rest. So now we place on our table 2 rows of 6 and 2 rows of 7. So again, we place them flat on the table, do some glue on the smallest line, and we row them together this way. It is a lot of gluing together in this DIY. So it's relaxing. You just can place a little music on, then you don't have to hear me. It's always better. And I'm going to glue this one together over here. And you can use this also for your children's room. You can of course spray paint it in gold or silver, so you can easily make it fitting for your decor. But you can do it for all purposes. You can use it in your garden. So the frog, or like we say, kikker, is endless to work with. Again, we're going to squeeze them from the inside to the outside. And again over here, from the inside to the outside, and give it some pressure at the end. And also the 2 of 6 this way and over here. And I'm going to wipe away the glue and give it a couple of minutes rest so it can settle in. So now we're going to take the 2 of 7. We're going to do some glue over here over here, and we're going to place this one on top. Place it straight up and make sure that they have connecting nicely together. Feel with the side that they are straight. Over here, do some glue on the one of 6. Over here, and I'm a little bit glue here, or else I don't have glue on each piece. I'm going to do this one on the front side in the middle, and now we do the other one of 6, and we're going to place this on the other side, on this side. Make sure that you have the connection aligned next to each other, against each other, because that looks a lot better. Now you're going to get your towel and you're going to wipe away a little of the glue. So again, we're going to get our other piece, because you already have one piece. We do some glue on the one of 5 over here, and we're going to place this on the underside also over here, and press all of them together until one piece. And now we already have a little part of the underside of the frog. So we're going to place it over here, let it dry in, and now we're going to do the next step. So now we have a row of 5, a row of 4, and a row of 3. Again, you're going to lay them flat on the table, take the smallest line of your block, and you just row them also easy together. And you can make it as wide and as big as you like. I'm just going to give you an example how you can do it. You don't have to do it the way that I do. And again, squeeze it over here. And number 5 also, and going to give it a little minute drying in. So now we have the 5, the 4, and the 3. What we're going to do, we are going to do some glue on the one of 4 over here. We're going to place this on top, and we do some glue on the one of 3, and we place this one on top. Place it straight up and make sure that you have them nicely connected this way. And now we're going to get the bigger part, place it straight up. We do some glue, of course, on this one, on the one of 5. So this way, place it straight up, place this one down, and we're going to connect this one also on top of here. Over here. And we make sure that all of the pieces are nicely straight against each other. And this is already the under part of our frog. And I'm going to lay it on the side. I'm going to now do the top. So we're going to start ahead with the 5, the 6, the 7, and the 8. So again, we're going to do the same routine we did already the whole time. So I know for some people it can be a little bit boring, but this is always the step by step. It is a little bit boring. I'm sorry, it is like it is. but everyone who enjoys the step by step and can make their own a little decor, I'm always doing the step by step. So if you don't like it, I'm really sorry, but then you can skip forward. But of course you also can, maybe this is not the channel for you. So again, the last row of 8 blocks. And then we're going to wipe away the glue and we're going to squeeze it. And this way. And the number 7 we're going to squeeze, of course. The 5. And the last number 6. So we're just going to give it some time to settle in, and then we're going to glue them together. So now we're going to do some glue on the one of 5 over here. And we're going to place this one. Of course, we have to place it straight up. We do this one against here. One of 6. Now we do the one of 7. No, we do some of the glue of 6, of course, not on the one of 7, or else we're going to glue too much. Place it straight up and against here. And now we're going to do some on the one of 7. And we place it straight up again, and we place the one of 8 behind. So we have 5, 6, 7 and 8. We're going to squeeze them this way and make sure that everything sticks nicely together. We're going to wipe away the glue from the top. And if you have some glue on the side which is sticking out, then get a small brush. I always use this one and just remove the glue which is coming out on the sides. So what we're going to do, we're going to get the other part of our piece and we have it over here. And now we're going to turn this one. We do some glue on the 1 of 3 this way, and we're going to connect this one over here. And again, make sure that you have it nicely glued together. And now we're going to place this aside and let it dry, and we're going to do the rest of the head. So now we are almost there. We have a row of 7, row of 6 and a row of 5, and then we are almost at the top. But of course the frog is always, the head is a little wider. At least here they are wider. I think there with you they are also wider. I don't think the frogs have different in country. So again, we have now a number 6. And of course, maybe you can look at and let it look like Kermit the Kicker. At least we call it Kermit. You call it Kermit. I don't even know if you call it also then Kermit the Frog, I think. We call it Kermit the Kicker. So from Sesame Street. And we call this also Sesamstraat. It looks a little the same in Dutch, but it is different. And again, we're going to squeeze them and this way. And the 1 of 7, and you see already he wants to pop up, but we don't let it. And we're going to wipe away the glue and let it settle in for a couple of minutes. So now we have the 7, 6 and 5, and of course you know already what we're going to do. This is the 1 of 5, and we're going to place this one against the 1 of 6, and of course here we're also going to do some glue over here. Place it straight up, this one against here and this one against here. And again, we're going to give it some pressure over here. And we're going to turn it because it will be the top over here. And now we're going to get our other part of our frog. And we are going to do some glue on this one. And everything can still move because it is the wood glue. Wood glue you can move for a long time, but you also can redo it for a long time. And we're going to glue this on top in the straight line like we have with the other one. And we're going to give it some pressure. And now we're going to let it dry in for at least this one at least for an hour, but we're not totally finished yet. We only need to do a little bit kind of a bowling for his eyes. So we have 2 blocks and not again 2 blocks, 2 sets of 2. We glue them together this way, and over here you're going to squeeze them, and we're going to squeeze this one. We're going to wipe away the glue over here, wipe away the mat, and of course do the back side over here. And we're going to give it a little moment to settle in. Now we're going to do some glue on the loose block over here, and you're going to place it in the middle. You do here the same, and you place it in the middle. So again, press it down. You can also place it this straight up, then you have them, you can see it a little bit better what you're doing. So again, squeeze it and give it a little moment to settle in. So now we have our frog again. We're going to get one of the pieces. We do some glue on the 1 of 2 over here and place them in front. Don't place them yet on the spot where you want to have them. Always make sure that you have both of them, and then because they are not supposed to connect to each other, you have to leave a little space open. And this way. And now I'm going to let this dry in for at least an hour. So now the frog is drying. We are now going to make 2 legs. We have 2 double blocks, and we have 2 rows of 3. And of course I will show you, I'm going to do my frog without sewing. But of course, for everyone who wants to make some toes on it, it's totally fine. So I'm going to place this one on top of here, this one on top of here. This one I do the smallest line over here and place them together. I do here the same, and this one, and we make a little square, and here the same. And we're going to place this one on the side, squeeze it, and we do this one, and we're going to wipe away the glue and let it dry in. So now we have our 2 pieces of 3 and our double blocks. What we're going to do some glue. And of course we want to keep it inside of the underside of the frog. So we have the blocks length in this length. And of course we are going to have this one on the smallest line. And we're not doing it totally in the middle, just a little bit to the inside. Not too much, but a little. And also not totally to the back side, a little to the front. So I show you in a moment a little bit closer, don't worry. I show it you a little bit closer in the camera. Of course, I have to look for that I have it not totally over here. And I have to look and place them next to each other. And then I have to look for that I have also both of my pieces in the same length, because you don't want that one feet has a different shape than the other one. So of course, first I'm going to remove the glue, or else I can't see where I have my piece. So again, I'm going to look for, place it this way, and I'm going to look for, you can even do it with sunblock if this one is in the same length, and I have. And now we still need to do, if we do it this way, if they are in front also at the same length. Over here, yes they are. And now the sides over here, and you can easily measure it out where you want to have it. So I think I'm quite at the place I need to be, so I'm going to let this dry. In the meantime, while our 2 little feet are drying, and like I told you, I just made it square, but you can easily make a little round and some toes inside of here if you want to have. But I am always try to do it without saw, because I know a lot of you don't have a jigsaw and can't saw the pieces. So I also try to make sure that everyone can make the DIY. Sometimes I have to use my jigsaw, but I'm going to try to that it looks even like a frog, even when we don't saw the feet. So we will see if I am correct or not. We have 3 loose blocks. What we're going to do, we are going to make a kind of a little pocket for the front side of the frog. So you do 2 of 3 blocks, you place this one down, and you place this one over here, and you place this one on this side. So very easy. Make sure that the ending is straight, because you don't want that it sticks out. So again, squeeze it, and we're going to let it dry. So in the meantime, while this is drying, we're going to get 5 blocks, and we're going to row them easy together. This is 1, number 2, and number 3, and number 4. And we're going to squeeze them this way. So this will be the front side of the pocket. And again, we're going to wipe away the glue, place it straight up, do the mat, and do the back side also. And we're going to give this also a couple of minutes drying. So now we have our frame, and of course my idea was to let the front of my pocket stick over a little, you see, like this, but I don't like it. I don't like it. So it's very easy. I'm just going to break one of my blocks off. I'm going to clean it, because I have some wood glue on it, so I'm cleaning it up so I can use it for another one. And I'm going to go for this one. I think I'd like this a little better. It's more like a little pocket. I don't want that it is too big. So I'm going to do some glue over here and over here, and I'm going to place it on top, and we're going to place it straight, and we're going to let this dry in for a couple of minutes. So now I'm going to lay down my frog because I want to have mine in totally green. So I'm going to get his feet, and I'm going to do some glue on the top of the feet over here and over here. And I see already I have them in the wrong size because they need to be this way, because the legs need to be very close to this one. So I'm going to wait a couple of minutes until this is dried in a little on the top before I'm going to place them against my frog. And it's easy when you place them down, and you can and you always have the right measurement. So now I'm going to get one of the feet, place it down, and I'm going to place them inside of my frame and give it a little pressure. Make sure, feel with your fingers that you have it a little bit on the inside, not straight, but a little to the inside. Now we're going to look for if we going to make this also with this one, and even leave a space open because we don't want to have this close to each other. You have to have a little space open, and you have to have a little space on this side. So I'm going to give it some pressure, and we're going to let it rest for at least an hour. So now we have our frog on his feet, and of course we have our little pocket, but I'm going to glue that later when I did totally the face, or else he is only in the way. So I am here my green, and you can choose any color. Like I told you earlier, if you are more like a glam person, you could even spray paint it in the completely gold color. So do whatever you think it's right. So I'm going to give it a green color. So you see the frog is painted. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get just a gray marker of pencil, and I'm just going to line out where I want to have my mouth over here, and I'm going to make a little rounds where I want to have my eyes. And of course you can do 2 little dots as a nose, but you can totally decorate it the way you want it. I'm going to draw it on top, and then I show you. So you see, I just made the silhouette of the 2 eyes, 2 little dots of black for the nose, and of course the mouth. And I'm just going to color it in. I'm not a great artist in this because I'm really bad at it. I'm just going to try to do my best, and I'm going to make this white, and I'm going to do the rest in the black color. So in the meantime, while this is drying and I need to make a little black dot inside of the eyes, I'm going to glue my pocket on the front side. I'm going to do some glue, but I glue the glue on the inside of the pocket, so not a lot of glue will come out. So again, I have to make sure where I want to have it, and this way I'm going to place it down, and I'm going to let this dry in also. So I did glue my little pocket on top, and I have here a wooden a flower, and of course you can choose anything, but I think it looks very nice that I do it on the top. So I'm going to paint this one in the white color, and I'm going to glue it on top of here. Of course you also have a tulip, but I think I like this one better. So you see, I did some black dots in the middle of the eyes, and of course my flower is dried up, and I'm going to glue it in the middle. And then our frog is finished. But of course you can go as crazy as you like. Maybe do some glitter, something else. It doesn't matter. Just make it your own. I am really happy how this one turned out, and you see in a moment the quick impression. And you see finally a quick impression of my Tumbling Tile Blocks little frog. And I'm so happy how this one turned out, and he was so easy to make. I hope you give this one a try, and everyone who is new here, I hope you enjoy what you saw. And if you do, I hope you will click the red subscribe button, give it a thumbs up and hit the bell, so you will be notified every time we upload new DIYs. Everyone have an amazing day, and of course I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye.